Hey guys, give us a minute here to get all set up.
All of you can.
Oh no, we're...
Comments there. What?
Okay.
Man. I'm out of the frame.
Hi guys! How are you doing?
I'm gonna find you over here.
Okay, Angel's getting set up on his social media to make sure that we are looking good. But let me just fix this here. Alright. So today...
Friday Brew.
Alright, you ready? Ready to go? Ready to go. Alright, so today...
Okay.
Hi Sarah, what's up? We're talking about beer today. We are, well, first of all, we did our regular, well, we don't really do this on Fridays. We do it on Saturdays. We go to our local haunts. We go to our farmer's market and we check out our favorite beer spot ever, La Bodega in Riverside, right off Central. So if you guys are anywhere in the Inland Empire or the Riverside area, make sure to check them out. Sorry. I gotta fix that real quick. Okay, well, that's better. Okay, so we went to La Bodega today, and what the beer person there does, her name's Kim, and she is super awesome. She sends out a beer blast every Thursday. Thursday night, sometimes it's Friday morning, but
via email.
Yeah, via email.
You can sign up.
Old school. Yeah, you can sign up for it. And it's awesome. So that's like our late night reading material on Thursday night. And today in particular, we saw this beer. It is from the Mikkeller Brewery. It is called Peace. It is a Belgian Abbey Ale brewed with coffee and aged in bourbon barrels.
She said what?
I know, right?
Bourbon
And
barrels
I
coffee?
totally love Belgian beers. We drink a lot of IPAs too, so it's nice to have this as a little treat every now and then.
And we love coffee so much.
Oh yeah.
And of course, bourbon in barrels.
Yeah, email is old school, Sarah. I love it. It's like snail mail for these technical times. So this beer is a little pricey at $15.99, but we're going to give it a shot and see how it is. I mean, this is something that you might want to save for a special occasion, or maybe, you know, to put an end cap on your rough week, you know?
Yeah, you know, a lot of people will buy a beer like this and put it on their shelves. Like I know our friend down at the Galaxy Movie Theater, the luxury theaters, Arnie, the manager there, he has like a shelf full of just barrel-aged beers, and I envy that dude so much. But I'm going to start building my own up. The only problem is we buy them and then we drink them so fast. So there's two ways to work that situation. But it's always good to have a beautiful beer like this in your house and ready for a special occasion. For example, this week, our friends 2 streets over, the Johnsons over at Johnsonlandia, they brought their little baby Asher home, and we had a beer from Three Weavers that we were saving. But you know what? That trumped any other situation, so it's like, break out a good beer.
Definitely something to celebrate. Bringing a life into the world. So
break bread with friends with good beer.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So this beer is from Mikkeller, and Angel, go ahead and why don't you?
Actually, my name today is Ansgar.
Ansgar.
It's a more of a name that is popular in the country of Denmark.
Yes. Okay. Ansgar.
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 But why Denmark?
Why Denmark? Oh, because this particular brewery, the 2 people who started it are from Denmark, and they were both home brewers. They started the Mikkeller Brewery in 2006, and they are self-proclaimed gypsy brewers. And what that means is that they don't have an actual brewery of their own. They go around to different facilities, and they basically rent the equipment. So that's what they do, all right? So there are 2 homebrewers named Mikkel Borg Bjergso. I hope I'm saying that right and not butchering it. And the second guy is Christian Claret Keller. So Mikkel is the first brewer's first name, and Keller is the second brewer's second name or surname, and so Mikkeller. Get it? All right. So Mikkeller, though, he quit in 2007 and continued his journaling career. Mikkel was a high school teacher before this, and he's the one who kind of pulled the reins, or has the reins now, and is doing his thing with the brewery. So when they were home brewers, they won quite a few awards, and because of that, their beer was really good. They won a bunch of awards, and in their inaugural year of being an official brewery, what are my notes? They got the
2006.
in 2006
They won the Brewery of the Year in Denmark, right?
Oh yeah, the Brewery of the Year in Denmark. And they also won in 2008 and 2009. What's up, Jake?
Say hi to our good friend Jacob North. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks.
Glad you got a minute.
All right. So in 2015, though, they bought the old Alesmith Brewery in San Diego. So they are no longer technically gypsies anymore, though they still say they're kind of true to that. That's their thing. So they are going to do a bunch of collaborations. So look for a lot of collaborations. This brewer in particular is famous for doing one-offs and exploring different flavors.
Oh, one year they made how many beers?
It was a lot, like 128 or something like that. Yeah.
1 year.
1 year. 128 beers. That's crazy. So, that's the story behind the Mikkeller Brewery.
And that's the story behind my name for today, Ansgar.
Ansgar. I forgot it already.
I don't know that this is a Denmark accent, but I'm going to work it, and I got the mustache, so hey.
I don't know if you can hear our cat in the background. He is...
Roland, shut it up the
lips. Shut your trap, honey.
Shut your furry little lips up.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and do some tasting.
Wow, Natalie, I just poured this beer into a couple of glasses that are kind of unique. And when you're going to drink a beer of this caliber, and by caliber I mean $16, no, but if you're going to drink a beer of this quality, then you want to put it in a glass that is proper, if you can.
Yeah,
if you have a glass that's proper.
It just makes it better.
Yeah, it just makes your whole experience feel like so fancy.
So these are tulips. This is a tulip that is a little bit more narrow at the top. And what it does is it makes it so the head is kind of trapped, and the aroma.
The aroma just... You drinking?
No, I'm not drinking. I'm just smelling, honey.
What do you get from the smell, Nat?
I get fruity.
I get fruity, but I'm definitely catching that that coffee. And coffee can be fruity. We don't know particularly what type of coffee they used for this beer.
Right.
But fruitiness, I get some of the heat from the barrel.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting a little bit of that, too.
Oh.
And by fruity, I mean like the dark fruits. Like in the description for this beer, plum and fig were the main descriptors.
And you get that. And you get that a lot in Belgian-style quad beers, which are quad meaning 4.
Yeah.
Which is a beer that is packed with alcohol.
Yeah, let's check and see. I don't think the...
What's the percentage of this guy?
The percentage is... It does not say.
Well, we're going to have to find out the percentage, but nevertheless, it is after 12 p.m., so it's 2 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock on the East Coast.
What's up, Joseph?
Hey, Joseph Flores.
All right.
Good to see you joining us. Can't wait to check out your new brewing company. I think it's Brewhouse.
Brewhouse. Mm-hmm.
But hey, glad to see you.
All right, so
why don't we taste this beer?
Yes,
here we go.
Taste this
Mikkeller beer
Cheers.
called Peace.
Definitely get the bourbon.
Wow.
For sure. And it's boozy.
It is boozy.
It's not too boozy though.
But it's lively. It's really really popping off the tongue.
Yeah, and the carbonation is such that it's not too syrupy either, which I like. I don't like things that are super syrupy and it's like you're drinking
I think
maple syrup or something.
I think the carbonation is interesting in this beer that's barrel aged. A lot of the times they have more of a rolling smooth flavor to them, soft on the tongue. But this one has bitey on the tongue, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of tastes like paper. Oh wait, that's my mustache got in there. I mean, this is not a paper.
Ansgard, what do you do? Your mustache is falling.
Okay, I'm gonna
right.
trim up the stash a little bit and.
Okay, so the title of this beer is called Peace, and they have a hashtag on there called Pat Clinch, and also a hashtag called End Cancer.
I like that. Cancer
So
sucks.
it looks like I did a little bit of research before we started this, and Pat Clinch, he passed away in May of 2015. He was a musician, but he was also a home brewer. So I'm gathering that this was probably a friend of theirs and did this probably in honor of him.
And he looks like a badass too.
He does look like a badass. Here, I'm gonna let you look at that bottle. That's him. That's Pat Clinch.
He's definitely an artist for sure.
There's that guy. I don't know who he is. So.
Wow. While Natalie chews on this barrel-aged beer, I'd like to give you a few facts from Denmark since we are drinking a beer that is originated in Denmark. So, you can answer along in the comments. I'm going to give you like a minute to try to punch out the answer for this first one. Can you guess about how many people live in Denmark? Is it A, 500,000, B, 1.2 million, or C, 5.6 million? Can you guess about how many people live in Denmark? A, 500,000, B, 1.2 million, or C, 5.6 million? While you think about that, I'm going to have another taste of this beer because, okay, we got an answer from Joseph Flores. He says B, 1.2 million. Anybody else want to weigh in? Oh, look at Sarah DeLu with the C and Jacob North. The beer's so good, I just gleeked. I just gleeked out, and I wasted some beer with that gleek. So we have two different answers. Joseph says B, Sarah says C, and Jacob North jumped on that Joseph Van Wagen with the B. And the answer is C. 5.6 million people live in Denmark.
Denmark seems like, I should be brushed up on my geography, but I don't know. It sounds like Denmark's a small place, so I probably would have picked B too.
Okay. Let's ask another question because we do have 5 facts.
All right.
There's no multiple choice here, but do you know what the capital of Denmark is? What city is the capital of Denmark?
While you guys ponder that, I would like to talk a little bit about this beer because I don't think we've said exactly what it is yet. It is a Belgian. Have we? Did we? No?
You can say it again.
It is a Belgian Abbey Ale with coffee that is barrel-aged.
In
bourbon barrels.
Bourbon barrels.
Our favorite.
We have an answer up there on the board.
All right. So they described it as a dark Belgian Trappist beer, which is probably one of my favorite styles ever. And they actually used yeast from one of the classic Trappist breweries, though they did not say which one, so that kind of sucks. But I love that Belgian Trappist yeast. It is good. So yeah.
The Trappist, those are monks, right?
Yeah.
Those are my favorite monks. They be rocking a serious cul-de-sac hairdo, if you know what I'm talking about.
You're spitting stuff all over the place with that paper, dude.
Okay. Anyways, let's go with the answer of that question while you take a quick sip on that. Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know if it's because maybe Sarah chews tobacco, but the answer is Copenhagen. I'm just kidding, Sarah. I know you don't chew tobacco. But the answer is Copenhagen. If you don't get that.
Good job, guys.
Copenhagen tobacco. So anyways, Copenhagen. And in the capital city of Copenhagen, approximately 1.2 million people live there.
Wow.
Sounds like a booming city.
Yeah.
All right, Natalie, you got something?
I think that is it. Well, to go on the flavors of this beer a little bit more, we mentioned the plum and fig earlier, which definitely are coming through, and we talked about the carbonation also.
Yes.
Here it is.
What about the bourbon barrels?
So it didn't say what bourbon barrels they used, but the description mentioned a little bit of heat from the bourbon barrels, and my guess, and what I'm tasting too, is that when you take a shot of whiskey and you get that heat that burns as it's going down your esophagus and everything, I think that's
I love that heat.
That's what they're talking about.
Beer fail.
Total beer fail. I'm so clumsy.
Spilt
Sorry.
a little bit.
God, see yourself.
Why? Oh,
Just take it
because
off.
yeah.
Oh, like a Band-Aid.
Oh, I shouldn't have used duct tape.
Oh my God.
Mother dick. Hi, Karen. Okay. Did you know that the official language of Denmark is, and I wanted to get some of these to eat, hint, hint, but
I vetoed that.
vetoed. It's Danish. Of course it's Danish. But if you plan to visit there, English is also widely spoken. What does Karen say? Interactive. How cool to see and hear you both live in action.
Aww.
Doing what you do.
Aw,
Doing what we do.
Karen, thanks for joining.
Drinking beer. That is definitely what we do. Oh, Natalie
I
got
know.
called out on alcohol
I
abuse.
know.
She's.
I'll go lick the floor right now.
Oh, we haven't mopped that since last week. She's in abuse classes right now, Jacob. So
Yeah.
okay, the national flag of Denmark is Danebrog. It's called Danebrog, and it is red with a white cross that extends the edges of the flag. Here's a story about that. It is the oldest flag in the world still in use by an independent nation. According to the legend, Danebrog was a gift from God and fell from the sky during a battle in Estonia, securing Danish victory. And I even drew it out for you.
Aww. It's like beer class. Everybody got
Oh, this is
Sharpies.
this is for Sheldon on The Big Bang Theory.
Oh.
Maps, no wait, flags with Sheldon. And you can be his girlfriend.
Oh.
What's her name?
Amy Farrah Fowler.
Amy Fairfeller.
Oh. We love
Okay.
Big Bang.
Finally, beer has been a part of Danish culture for the last 5,000 years. 5,000 years! That's totally older than Merino Valley by a couple. Today, there are more than 100 breweries in Denmark. And in 2010, every Dane is what they call a person who lives in Denmark. What do they call the women? Danes? No.
Danes?
No, also Danes. That was a joke.
Oh,
Dane.
Gets me every time.
Okay. In 2010, every Dane drank the equivalent of 80 liters of beer, which is equivalent to 21 gallons of beer, or as I like to call it, a great weekend. Also, until the Middle Ages, women brewed the beer
Oh.
for everybody. So that's why women are so
you
dope
go.
at brewing.
You know, we're equals in this whole beer endeavor. So here is this beer again. Sorry for the glare. There we go. Mikkeller Peace.
$16 at La Bodega in Riverside. That's down off the 215 freeway at the central exit. I'm sure you can find it at other places, but La Bodega has a great variety of beer. This is a
Yes.
limit.
I think all the Mikkeller beers are like limited releases, so go there like
One.
this weekend.
Limit one.
Yeah, this was a limit one.
So-
a lot of beer
So
places.
go with a friend.
A lot of places do that. They will do limit ones on beers in case you're not familiar with that. So don't be alarmed if you can't go and like buy two for your very super special evening tonight. But make sure you go to La Bodega and visit Kim. She's probably there until 5 tonight.
She can answer any questions about beer. She's the one who sends out the emails.
Yeah, she's the one who sends out the emails. She knows
Super dope
so
chick.
much. She is just like an encyclopedia for beer, and she's super, super sweet. So, yeah.
Well, guys, this has been fun, and I enjoyed hanging out with you and drinking beer
Aw.
and talking about Danes and the beer from Denmark.
Yeah.
And I love barrel-aged beers. And this one, okay, Natalie, let's give it a final ranking.
Oh, boy.
Let's
oh,
go.
you're putting me on the spot.
Let's go
I gotta take another
untapped.
sip.
Let's go untapped style.
Okay.
5 caps being the best. Okay, let me take this down too. I love taking big drinks of beer. Okay.
I'm more of a sipper.
Now we got to think it's Belgian Abbey style.
Dark. Don't know the
Coffee and bourbon barrels.
We don't know the alcohol, which is strange that
Yeah.
it's not on. Oh, it's 10%.
Okay.
10.
Solid 10%.
I missed it. It was the fine print.
All right. I'm going to give this beer, Natalie,
Yes.
because I'm factoring in price and all that.
Can we do fractions?
Fractions for sure.
Okay.
Man.
I mean, I'm drank probably half of what was poured, and I'm getting a little head change.
Well,
Not too much.
This is from my likings of beer and my preferences.
Which are? What are your preferences?
I like strong barrel.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
I like to get some bourbon in there. When it comes to barrel-aged beers, I like them a little less bitey and a little less active on the tongue. So this beer, I'm going to give a strong 3.75 out of 5 caps.
Okay. Okay.
And you?
Since this is probably my favorite style ever, the Belgians. It's a dark, which I love dark beers. It's got a high percentage, which I really love too. You know, you can have one and get a good, little head change off that. The color is really nice. Got nice caramel, dark caramel color. The carbonation is really good. The price is a little pricey. It's $15.99 with tax. You're out the door for over $16. I would give it, I'm going to do a 4.25.
4.25. Sounds like we're in the same ballpark. So it's a good beer.
Yes.
And we're happy to share it with you guys.
Yes. Thank you for coming by and posting.
Spending some time with us on your Friday.
And engaging our questions.
Look out for us every Friday.
Yeah, every Friday. We're going to try to do this every Friday. No, we are going to do this every Friday.
Maybe we'll do one from the Brewhouse Brewery when that opens up.
Hey,
How about that?
What's up?
All right, guys. I've been Ansgar.
Ansgar. And I am Natalie from The Devil Wears Parsley. This is the Barrel Aged Vegetarian. You should check out his Facebook page and like it.
Starting to build it.
Yep. We're in the...
Cheers. Happy
Cheers.
Friday. Happy Earth Day.
Earth Day, yeah. Happy Earth Day. Okay, bye, guys. Bye. Oh, hi, Ryan. But we're going now.
Oh, Ryan. Ryan just joined.
We might see you tomorrow at the Riverside,
Community Grow something.
It's a festival. It's kind of like a festival.
Catch
What
you
is it?
next
All
time.
right, anyway.